Instead, it's just a minor blip that most people won't even notice. The Sophie Cunningham angle is interesting, though. She's genuinely been one of the more important pieces for the Fever. She brings shooting, toughness, and experience. She's the kind of veteran presence that a young team needs. But there's been this weird situation where some fans want her gone for reasons that have nothing to do with basketball, which is exactly the kind of nonsense that's been plaguing the league. The fact that Sophie is showing up as Caitlin's caddy could be seen as a positive sign. Maybe it means she's happy with the team. Maybe it means relationships are strong. Maybe it means the Fever are going to prioritize keeping her. Or maybe it means absolutely nothing and she's just being a good teammate by helping out at a golf tournament. Reading too much into these things is how we end up with more drama. Lexi Hall being there makes sense. She's been Caitlin's teammate. They have a good relationship, and she seems like someone who'd be up for a fun off-season activity. No drama there, just a player supporting her teammate at an event. But the whole situation highlights how much things have changed in just 1 year. Last season, anything involving Caitlin Clark became a massive story. She couldn't do anything without it being analyzed, discussed, and debated. Now, she's playing in a celebrity golf tournament with her teammates, and it's barely registering with the general public. Part of that is natural. The novelty wears off, people move on to other things. Sports have cycles of interest. But the WNBA can't afford that kind of drop-off. They needed to convert those casual fans into committed fans. They needed to keep the momentum going. Instead, they let it slip away. The comment about Paige Bucher's fans being K-pop stans who just retweet things with Sabrina Carpenter profile pictures but don't actually watch games is pretty accurate. There's a lot of social media noise around women's basketball that doesn't translate to actual viewership or attendance. Those metrics matter more than trending hashtags, and right now, those metrics are down. The idea that if Lexi Hull had been announced as Caitlin's caddy a year ago, it would have been national news is probably true. Everything was news then. Every connection between players, every off-season activity, every social media post got attention. Now it's just another thing happening that most people aren't paying attention to. And that's unfortunate for everyone involved. The players worked hard to build that momentum. Caitlin Clark specifically brought so much attention to the league. But that attention wasn't properly managed or sustained. Now we're in this weird place where the off-season feels dead. And the excitement that existed just months ago seems like a distant memory. The golf tournament itself should be fun. Caitlin's actually pretty good at golf, which makes sense given that a lot of basketball skills transfer to the golf swing. Having teammates there as caddies adds a social element that makes it more entertaining. If people actually watch or pay attention, it'll probably be a good time. But the fact that we're even questioning whether people will pay attention is the problem. This is Caitlin Clark. The player who broke viewership records, who sold out arenas, who had everyone talking about women's basketball. And now an off-season event with her teammates is something that might go unnoticed. That's a massive drop in interest in a very short time. The WNBA needs to figure out how to maintain engagement during the off-season. They need storylines, content, reasons for fans to stay connected. Other leagues do this well. The NBA off-season is almost as interesting as the regular season with free agency, trades, summer league, and constant news. The WNBA offseason has been mostly silent, and that silence is killing the momentum they worked so hard to build. Sophie Cunningham's presence at this event shouldn't be analyzed as some major clue about her future with the team. But it's being analyzed that way because there's so little else happening. When there's no real news, people start reading into every small thing. That's not healthy for the league or the players. The Fever organization's social media barely posting about Sophie is weird, though. If she's an important part of the team, why aren't they promoting her more? If they want to keep her, shouldn't they be showing that she's valued? The lack of social media presence could mean nothing, or it could be a sign of something going on internally. Either way, it's created speculation that probably didn't need to exist. The broader issue is that the WNBA had something special happening and couldn't sustain it. They had mainstream attention, new fans, and momentum. But poor decisions, unnecessary drama, and a lack of engagement during the offseason has let that slip away. Now we're back to a league that most people aren't thinking about, and that's a huge missed opportunity. Caitlin Clark playing golf with her teammates should be a fun story that keeps fans engaged during the quiet months. Instead, it's barely making waves, and that says everything about where the league's attention has gone. Hopefully things pick up when the season approaches, but right now, the WNBA offseason feels like everyone just forgot it exists. So Caitlin Clark got Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull as her golf caddies, and the WNBA offseason remains as exciting as watching paint dry. A year ago, this would have been huge news. Now it's just something that's happening while everyone's attention is elsewhere. If you enjoyed this reality check, hit that like button and subscribe for more content.